In pharma, technical terms, abbreviations, and acronyms are everywhere. NDA, CRO, SAP, VBP, SOP, DTC, the list goes on and on. There are hundreds, if not thousands, of these terms just floating around in the industry, and when you're just starting out, it can feel completely overwhelming. Even after nearly a decade in pharma, I often still find myself thinking that you need a dictionary just to keep up. But here's the problem. Until recently, that dictionary just simply didn't exist. And without one, how can we be sure that we're even speaking the same language? Heavy use of jargon doesn't just cause confusion, it creates barriers, and misunderstandings, ambiguity, and exclusion prevent meaningful contributions from people who aren't familiar with the particular set of terms. And that's a huge problem. For an industry where clarity is critical, we still see so much opaque language being used. And as the saying goes, fuzzy language leads to fuzzy thinking, which is the last thing we want when it comes to making decisions that affect patients. To cut through all that noise, I've built an online tool called the Pharma Glossary. You'll find it on my website, and you can just follow the link in the video description. My goal is to build this into a comprehensive resource with the 1,000 most commonly used terms in the pharmaceutical industry, global health, and pharma consulting, with a particular focus on health economics. At the time of making this video, the glossary already contains around 100 terms, and I'll be continuously expanding it over time. So what does it do? The Pharma Glossary offers a simple, searchable interface where you can quickly look up industry terms, abbreviations, and acronyms. Each entry gives you a clear, concise definition, a custom-designed visual that captures the core concept, and for those who prefer listening over reading, a text-to-speech feature that reads the definition aloud in a charming AI voice. Let's hear what our AI friend has to say about cost-effectiveness thresholds.
A cost-effectiveness threshold is the maximum amount a decision maker is willing to pay for a unit of health outcome. If a new therapy's cost-effectiveness, ISAR, is below the threshold, it is more likely to be recommended. Thresholds reflect opportunity cost, the health benefit forgone by funding one intervention over another. Some countries set clear thresholds, such as England, where NICE defines them, while others do not.
Some terms also include a related video section, so if you want to dive deeper into a particular topic, you can watch one of my YouTube videos right from the glossary. Navigating the Pharma Glossary is super simple. You can use the search bar to type in your query, you can scroll through the alphabetically sorted list, or click on one of the letters to filter terms by the first letter, and then click on the letter again to remove the filter. Once you find the term you need, click on it to expand the definition. I've kept everything super brief and clear and trying to be as accessible as possible, so you don't really have to wade through walls of text just to get to the point. Now, this is where you come in. A tool like this is only useful if more people know about it. So if you work in pharma, biotech, or healthcare, then just share it with your colleagues. If you're a student and you work in a pharma-related field, share it with your classmates. And if you're a physician, pharmacist, or hospital manager, spread the word to your teams. The more people use this, the more we can reduce confusion, increase transparency, and improve cross-disciplinary communication. And if you have feedback, maybe there's a term I should add or a definition that could be clearer, then just let me know. You can reach me through the contact page of my website, and I'll take your suggestions into account for future updates. In the meantime, go and check out one of my other videos that you can see on screen right now. For some reason, YouTube clearly seems to think that you should enjoy this one.